Hi, everybody. You're tuned in to Where Waters Meet, a podcast featuring discussions on fly fishing, art, all things outdoors with a conservation focus. Hey, everybody. It's Alex and Johnny.
Oh, hey, man.
With Where Waters Meet podcast gear review today. Yeah. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah?
This is like
It's a good product.
It is a good product, and this is probably one of the first pieces of gear early in my fly fishing career that I bought where I was like, that is ridiculous. I'm going to buy it, but I don't know if it's worth it. And I was wrong, and it's been worth it to the point where I've lost it, and I had to get one immediately. So
I watched you lose one, and I was like, what's he doing running down the river like that? Bye.
see ya. Yeah. So today we are reviewing the Fishpond Nomad Mid is what I have.
Yeah.
However, John has some different models of these. He has the
I've got the El Jefe.
El Jefe.
Yeah.
Actually, wait a second. No, I didn't think this through. The El Jefe.
That's it, man. Yeah. I think the difference in the El Jefe, it's just a little bit longer, and the shape of the basket's a little different.
If I remember, it's a little more squared off, right?
Yeah, the top's a little squared off. Maybe a little bit more. It's a little elongated also.
Okay.
But it's a good shape.
I've had this one. I don't even know how long I've had this one. My first one that I bought was before Fishpond actually even acquired them. So it was just Nomad.
Yep.
And I had that one for a long time. I remember the burnt burgundy, and it had a matte handle on it that had like brown trout spots. It was kind of unique. They didn't do it for a very long time. And then it had the measuring on it as well, which includes the length of your basket, which we use this quite a bit when we're salmon fishing and get into some big salmon.
Yep.
But the thing that's nice about this net is, for me, in my use, is it's light. I like that it sheds water. You know, you can just give it a good shake and put behind you and you're good to go. And the length, though, is the big thing. And at the time, here in Maine at least, we had a lot of long-handled nets, but a lot of them were wood, you know, and we didn't have like anything that I felt was a great option that was lightweight like this. And I began catching bigger fish when I started out, and a couple years deep, I was like losing large fish because I didn't have the reach. You know, you're by yourself and you got this bent, 5 weight or 6 weight up high, and you got a short little net, and I was losing them.
Also, basket depth was a big thing. A lot of guys, especially in our area, ask us why we carry such a large net.
Yes.
Like, we carry this when we're on foot also.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I got made fun of when I first got it by some of the people within my fishing group. And they're like, that thing's huge. Why do you need it? I'm like, you need one. This thing is going to be awesome. Yeah. And the bag depth is a good mention that you just mentioned. So like, I'll hold this up so you guys can see it. So they have ones that are even much deeper than this, but you guys can see how deep this bag is. What would happen is if you have a small trout net, say, and there's trout nets that have bags that are that deep. If you catch a 22-inch salmon, and is that your phone buzzing?
Probably.
You guys can hear it buzzing, it's John's phone. So if you have a shallow bag, what will happen is you can net a big fish and it will kind of lay into that bag, and I've had it happen, and then they give one flop like that, and they'll it's like a trampoline. They come right out of the net, they're gone, they break you off, and then you cry.
Yeah, it's disheartening.
It is.
Losing a big fish after you've landed it because your equipment's too small.
Way more upsetting than if you lose it while you're fighting it. Yeah, if you're fighting a fish and you get them in the net and then you lose them, and it's heartbreaking. So I would say hoop size, net depth, and length of handle on this is a huge strong point, and the lightness of it. And how long's your El Jefe though?
El Jefe's it's a couple inches longer than this.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit more reach.
Do you carry it waiting?
I carry it wading, yes, and I also use it in the boat. I don't have like a dedicated wade and boat net.
I don't either. This is what I use in the boat, but I should mention that I do wish that this was longer when I'm in the boat.
Yep.
I love this for wading. I probably will get a dedicated boat net this spring.
Yeah.
And
So they make an El Jefe boat net, which I think for Maine, around where we are, is like the perfect bag versus their other boat net, which has a really, really deep bag. It's like a salmon or steelhead bag. It's really deep, but it also has the nice long handle on it. And I'll say, like, when you got this, I took this net and I copied it and I built one out of maple. I use this as a template for a my first handmade net that I made.
it's a good size. It fits good. I've used this with a sling pack, which is what this actually is for on the top. I would put a magnet on that, snap a magnet on the back of the sling, and then let it drop. I use that with Vita Vu's Bugger Beast sling pack for quite a while, and it worked good, and it was light. The reason why I did lose the one that you saw me lose that I had to replace was because I would keep it with the magnetic clasp at the top snapped. I did not use what some people do where they put a lanyard off the bottom of this. And the reason why they do that is so that they don't lose it. I did not like that, so I didn't do it. And I didn't have a problem for years. And I jumped off a rock and the bottom of the handle hit the rock and it obviously snapped it off my pack. And then it went and I didn't realize it. And then I had to buy this one. That's how I acquired this one. But I like it mostly with lumbar packs, which we've reviewed. The one that I like, the switchback pack, but it has a holster, and I like sliding this into the holster, kind of in the lumbar section. And so this part rides on my back, and I'm tall enough so the handle doesn't hit. I know, like John, I think John has said that the handle hits your legs.
Yeah, it hits my legs and hits, like, if I'm climbing over stuff, it'll go between my legs and slap me.
Ow!
Yeah, that's why I tend to use sling packs more. It's fine on a sling pack.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and also one other thing to note of this, and John and I were just talking about it, and if you guys see my handle is, it's all beat up. They do make little rubber end caps for these so that you don't run the risk of damaging these, because I think it's carbon fiber all the way through the handle.
Yeah, and I do use the foot because when I'm out guiding or something, I'll lean on it.
Yeah.
There's not too much I dislike about it, other than the fact when you take net pictures and you have a small to medium sized fish, it looks tiny.
Just got to catch a bigger fish.
Yeah, I know.
I would say that the net bag strength, I haven't really had too many issues with it.
No, they're easily replaceable.
Yep.
I don't know. I forget what it costs to replace a bag, but it's not much.
Yeah. And their bags are all rubber, which from a ethical kind of conservation base, that's healthier for the fish than some of the cloth bags that you see that are actually they're more like rough nylon, like mesh.
Yep.
Very hard on delicate trout scales and sides, and this doesn't really damage that or take any of the protective slime off, so it's a good net.
Yep.
I don't have anything that I don't like about it.
No, it floats too. Like I think I told you in a recent podcast or something, I was leading in over the boat taking a picture, and I had the fish in the net, and I took the picture, and then I looked away and I somehow dropped the net overboard, and I had to pull anchor on my boat and catch up to my net floating away, and it actually still had the brown trout in the back. So
that's the mark of a great net, people.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah.
No, it's a great product.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
Yeah, I don't have anything that I would improve on it, and I think that their introduction of all the different sizes that they have, because they have so many sizes. Yeah. So I would say that probably took care of maybe the only weak point that you could have was that maybe there wasn't a net that worked for your exact use. But literally, whether you're catching, steelhead or, little teeny, 3-inch trout, on high mountain streams, they got you covered. And I would definitely check them out. And it's Alex approved.
And Johnny approved also. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.